Chief Advisor Professor Mohammad Yunus visits Takeshwari National Temple to observe preparations for Durga Puja and exchanges greetings with members of Hindu community. Everyone can defeat evil powers if they unite with their own strength, says Chief Advisor during visit to Takeshwari National Temple. Those who directly ordered July-August massacre and did not take initiatives to stop brutality fall under command responsibility, says Dr. Mahmoudur Rahman while testifying before tribunal. Government decides to purchase a cargo of LNG soon to ensure energy security in country, says finance advisor. LGRD advisor inaugurates 3 urban maternity centers and 8 urban health centers. This service gradually expanded to 305 municipalities in country to ensure primary health care. Health Department issues 12 new guidelines for testing, admitting and treating dengue patients in government hospitals due to increase in infections and deaths. Overall inflation rate in country fallen to 8.29% last month, the lowest in more than 3 years. "68 more Palestinians killed in Israeli attacks in Gaza today. Arab and Muslim leaders urged to reconsider relations with Tel Aviv. And in Abu Dhabi, Bangladesh batting against Afghanistan in Asia Cup cricket. Assalamu alaikum, welcome to News at 10. I am Roya Zabin. You have just heard the headlines, now news in details. Chief Advisor Professor Mohammad Yunus has said no government has the right to deny citizens their fundamental constitutional rights. He said this while visiting Takeshwari National Temple to witness the preparations for the upcoming Durga Puja and exchange greetings with members of the Hindu community. On his arrival at the temple, the Chief Advisor was welcomed by the leaders of the Mahanagar Sarbojanin Puja Committee and Bangladesh Puja Udjapon Porishad. Later, the program began with a Nandini dance. Extending advanced Durga Puja greetings, the Chief Advisor said the entire nation is a broader family. The government is committed to ensuring equal rights and dignity for all citizens. He said if everyone unites with their own strength, evil forces can be defeated. The Chief Advisor expressed his firm determination to ensure a new Bangladesh without failing as a nation.
সারা জাতি একটা পরিবার, পরিবারের মধ্যে নানা রকমের মতভেদ থাকবে, নানা রকমের ব্যবহারের পার্থক্য থাকবে, কিন্তু পরিবার একটা অটুট জিনিস, এটাকে কেউ ভাঙতে পারে না। আমরা যেন জাতি হিসেবে এই অটুট একটা পরিবার হিসেবে দাঁড়াতে পারে, সেটাই হলো আমাদের লক্ষ্য। যত ধর্মীয় পার্থক্য থাকুক, মতের পার্থক্য থাকুক, যত রকমের পার্থক্যই থাকুক, রাষ্ট্র আমাদের প্রতি কোনো পার্থক্য করতে পারবে না। নাগরিকের সমস্ত অধিকার সংবিধানে লিপিবদ্ধ করা আছে। কোনো সরকারের অধিকার নাই তাকে কোনো জায়গা থেকে বঞ্চিত করার, ক্ষুদ্র পরিমাণেও বঞ্চিত করা। কাজে আমাদেরকে ওই একটা জায়গাতে সোচ্চার হতে হবে সবসময়। আমার প্রতি কোনো রকমের বৈষম্য করা যাবে না। সবাই যার যার শক্তি নিয়ে ঐক্যবদ্ধ হলে আমরা সব অশুভ শক্তিকে পরাজিত করতে পারবো। কারো সাধ্য নেই এর থেকে আমাদেরকে বঞ্চিত করে। জুলাই গণ অভ্যুত্থানের মধ্য দিয়ে আমরা বৈষম্য, দুর্নীতিমুক্ত একটি সমৃদ্ধ দেশ গড়ার যে অগ্রযাত্রা শুরু করেছি, তার সকল বাস্তবায়ন করতে হলে ধর্ম, বর্ণ ভেদাভেদ ভুলে সকলকে একসঙ্গে কাজ করতে হবে। সব অশুভ, অন্যায়, অন্ধকারকে পরাজিত করে ঐক্য সম্প্রীতির জয় হবে। বাংলাদেশ এগিয়ে যাবে কল্যাণ ও সমৃদ্ধির পথে। নিজেরা বিভক্ত হয়ে গেলে, ঐক্যবদ্ধ হতে না পারলে আমরা জাতি হিসেবে ব্যর্থ হয়ে গেলাম। আমরা জাতি হিসেবে ব্যর্থ হতে চাই না। আমাদের তরুণরা জেগেছে, আমাদের মানুষ জেগেছে, আমরা নতুন বাংলাদেশের কথা বলছি, সেটাই নিশ্চিত করতে চাই।
Mahanagar Sarvajanin Puja Committee President Jayanta Kumar De presided over the function, while Religious Affairs Advisor Dr. A.F.M. Khalid Hussain, Religious Secretary A.K.M. Aftab Hussain Pramanik, and Bangladesh Puja Ujjapon Porishad President Basudeb Dhar spoke at the function. Mahanagar Sarvajanin Puja Committee General Secretary Dr. Taposh Pal moderated the event. At the event, the Chief Advisor was presented with a commemorative plaque by the Bangladesh Puja Ujjapon Porishad and Mahanagar Sarvajanin Puja Committee. Daily Amar Desh editor Dr. Mahmudur Rahman said that those who directly ordered the July-August killings and those who failed to act to stop the brutality fall under the purview of command responsibility. He made the remarks today during testimony against former Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina and 2 others in the case over crimes against humanity committed during the July-August uprising last year. The 16th day of testimony in the case began this morning at International Crimes Tribunal 1, headed by Justice Muhammad Ghulam Murtuza Mojumdar. 2 other accused in the case are former Home Minister Asaduzzaman Khan Kamal and former Inspector General of Police Chaudhry Abdullah Al Mamun. On the second day of his testimony, Mahmudur Rahman was later cross-examined by defense lawyers appointed by the state. Briefing Newsman Chief Prosecutor Tajul Islam informed that the events of the Awami League turning fascist from the post-independence period of Bangladesh until August 5, 2024 have been highlighted in the statement of the Daily Amar Desh editor Mahmudur Rahman. This will serve as a credible document in the case, he added. Meanwhile, due to the witness testimony and cross-examination not being completed the previous day in the tribunal, it was not possible today to take the testimony of Nahid Islam, the convener of the National Citizen Party NCP, as the 47th witness. He came to the tribunal to testify this noon. However, his testimony is scheduled to be taken tomorrow. At this time, expressing hope, Nahid Islam told newsmen that returning fascist Sheikh Hasina diplomatically and politically to execute trial verdict is not only the responsibility of the interim government, rather it is also the ethical and legal responsibility of any government. Earlier, the same tribunal set Thursday for delivering the order in charge of framing the case filed over the killing of 2 people and shooting Amir Hussain, who was hanging from a cornice during the July-August uprising in Rampura. The government has decided to purchase a cargo of LNG soon to ensure energy security in the country, Economic Affairs Advisor Dr. Saliuddin Ahmed has announced. He made the statement today while speaking to journalists after a meeting of the Cabinet Committee on Public Procurement at the Secretariat. Referring to the proposal from the Energy and Mineral Resources Division, the advisor said that the approval has been granted for this LNG import with an estimated cost of around 500 crore taka. He further said that although wheat is being imported from the United States at a higher price to reduce the trade deficit, it will not affect consumer prices. Regarding allegations of corruption in fertilizer imports, he assured that the matter will be thoroughly investigated. LGRD advisor Asif Mahmood Shaji Punya has said that 305 urban maternity hospitals and urban health centers will be established in the country. The advisor stressed the need for this at the inaugural program of 3 urban maternity and 8 healthcare centers at the Secretariat today. Launching the 11 buildings constructed under the Primary Health Care Services Delivery Project, the advisor mentioned that the project is much expected for the primary health care of the deprived people. Under the project, pregnant women, mother and children will get quality service at low cost from the urban maternity and city healthcare center, he added. talking about appointment of manpower to ensure health care for the people in the country's grassroots level. The advisor said that the necessary steps have been taken for the appointment of physicians and health workers at city maternity and city healthcare centers through coordinating with Health Ministry. Farooq-e-Azam Bir Protik, advisor to the Ministry of Liberation War Affairs and the Ministry of Disaster Management and Relief, has said that the government is working to ensure that every person living in the remotest corners of the country receives accurate and timely warning messages. He made this remark today at the inaugural session of a two-day-long seminar held at the China Friendship Conference Center at Agargaon in Dhaka. The event was presided over by Abdul Wadud, Additional Secretary of the Ministry of Disaster Management and Relief. Among others who spoke were Gwen Lewis, UN Resident Coordinator in Bangladesh, retired Major General Professor Dr. Mohammad Azizul Islam, Chairman of Bangladesh Red Crescent Society, Rizwanur Rahman, Director General of the Department of Disaster Management, Jess Wood, Officer in Charge Representative of the World Food Programme, and Mohammad Akmal Sharif, Country Director of Action Against Hunger. The Disaster Management and Relief Advisor said that disaster mitigation is as important as disaster response. He emphasized that the solutions derived from this two-day-long dialogue must be practical, people-centered, community-based, and locally led. Environment, Forest and Climate Change Affairs Advisor Sayeda Rizwana Hassan has said that while developed countries have taken effective measures to reduce ozone layer depletion, they are not working as seriously on climate change. She made the remarks today at a discussion organized by the Department of Environment on the occasion of World Ozone Day. The discussion was presided over by Dr. Mohammad Kamruzaman, Director General of the Health Department of Environment, while Additional Secretary of the Ministry of Environment, Forest and Climate Change, Naveed Shafiullah, and others also spoke. The Environment Advisor further said that awareness must be raised, not only at the government and private levels, but also at the individual level to reduce environmental damage and ozone depletion. Earlier, prizes were distributed among the winners of a painting competition organized to mark World Ozone Day. International Monetary Fund (IMF) Managing Director Kristalina Georgieva praised the leadership of Professor Mohammad Yunus, crediting him for Bangladesh's remarkable economic turnaround since assuming office as chief advisor of the interim government. Georgieva spoke with Professor Yunus via digital platform from Washington, D.C. in the evening. During their conversation, they discussed Bangladesh's ongoing economic reforms, the regional landscape, and key challenges facing the country ahead of the general election scheduled for February. Georgieva particularly commended the stabilization of the foreign exchange market and the recovery of foreign reserves following the government's bold decision to introduce market-based exchange rate. Professor Yunus thanked the IMF Managing Director for her steadfast support during one of the most critical junctures in Bangladesh's history. He recalled their first meeting during the UN General Assembly in New York last year, noting that it played a pivotal role in fostering the country's path to economic recovery. Reaffirming the interim government's commitment to a timely and credible election, Professor Yunus stated that the polls would be held before the holy month of Ramadan in February. He reiterated that he would return to his previous work following the election. During their conversation, the IMF chief emphasized the importance of increasing domestic revenue and implementing bold reforms in the banking sector. Professor Yunus outlined key measures already undertaken by his government, including restructuring efforts in the banking sector and initiatives to enhance revenue collection. Chief advisors said the government inherited a devastated and completely broken economy. Some individuals literally stole money in bags from banks and fled the country, he remarked. The two leaders also discussed regional developments, including the ongoing youth uprising in Nepal and Bangladesh's ambition to join ASEAN. Professor Yunus shared updates on Dhaka's major infrastructure drive, including new port and terminal projects aimed at enhancing regional integration. Finance advisor Dr. Saliuddin Ahmed and Finance Secretary Khairuzaman Mojumdar were present. Now, international news.